You always hear people say this phrase, I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. Meaning something is so bad that even your worst enemy doesn't deserve it. I say, well, then they're not really your worst enemy. They might be somebody you don't like. I think if it's your worst enemy and they've fallen into the category of worst, then you would easily wish that they have a severe drinking problem that destroys their life. You would wish that on them. Don't lie. Don't try and suddenly be all modest, like, oh man, I would never wish that on my. You would. Otherwise, they're not your enemy. They're just somebody you don't like, somebody you disagree with. If they've fallen into the category of enemy and they've fallen into the category of worst enemy, then you would 100% wish the worst things on them. You just would. You would wish that if you saw your worst enemy cut you off, you'd wish that they died. You'd say, oh man, that's my worst enemy, just cut me off. I hope you fucking crash into a tree and die. I hope you don't crash into other innocent people, just a tree or a pole. Or maybe you do some sort of flip over a cliff or something. But yeah, I totally wish that on you, because you're my worst enemy. United States, who's our worst enemy right now? I don't know. China? Russia? You can bet we would wish the worst on them. Because they're our enemies. And then there's the whole thing where your enemy's enemy is your friend. And then are you allowed to, how does that, maybe that's how you should say it. Like, oh man, Bob got stomach cancer. I would not wish that on my worst enemy's enemy, because then they're technically my friend, and I don't want to wish bad things on my friend.